save me some.
Hello, my friends. How you doing today? I am doing well as expected on a day like this. How are you all doing today? I just want to say hello. Please do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that share button. Hit that subscribe button. And every other button you could possibly hit. But listen, okay, I had a day today. I don't know what the heck's going on there. I was having a guy from Poltergeist. Let me in. Just let me in. I was having a poltergeist moment there. You're gonna die in there. I was having one of them moments for a second there. Yes. Listen to me. I am a father of 4 children. And let's just say that it's not fun sometimes. It's not fun. It's not fun sometimes to be a father of 4 children. Okay, I know children are supposed to be a blessing. They're supposed to be wonderful. Supposed to be great. But then they are when they're small. But then they hit a certain age, and it's like, damn. It's literally, damn. That's what I say about that. I have people that live in this house that have some issues. I have issues. I go see a therapist because of my issues. I encourage them to go see a therapist because of their issues. But the problem I have, this is coming from a guy that's been seeing a therapist since he was 12 years old. Prior to that, going to see counselors in middle school, elementary school, since prior to seeing regular therapists, psychotherapists, psychologists, psychiatrists, seeing all these people. Listen, I have been there, I have done that, and I'll tell you what doesn't work. What doesn't work is if you believe in your head that you don't have a problem. And then you want to go see a therapist so you can get, my chair's falling apart, I'm getting weird creaking. You want to go see a therapist so you can get confirmations that you are right and the whole world is wrong.
Is it just me? Or is it getting crazier out there?
This is a problem, okay? Because I did this. This is the reason why I know that this is a problem, because I did this. Listen, when you're younger, you go see a therapist or psychiatrist or whatever, and you talk to them or whatever, you're afraid of what might happen to you. But on top of the fact that you're afraid of what might happen to you, you're also given your traumatic side of the story. So if you don't want your therapist to target you and say like, hey, listen, this is what we need to work with. You know, we found out that you have whatever. Let's say you got depression, you got anxiety, you got all these things. Now that we figured out what you have, now we're gonna take the time to help you with whatever it is. We're gonna give you coping skills. But if you sit in front of a therapist and you're paying $32 or $36 for a copayment, and you're telling them everything's okay, everything's great, everything's wonderful, it's not me, it's everybody else in the world. Listen, I walk down the street and I got a big bullseye on my back. There's a big target. Everybody just be attacking me, okay? I don't understand why they're attacking me. It's not because I'm a jerk. It's not because I'm an asshole. It's not because I'm totally mad and angry at the world. It's not because I did anything wrong. It's not because I hit somebody's car and drove away. Listen, whatever your hang up is, it's not you, okay? So don't go to a therapist if you're gonna sit there and not take ownership of whatever your mental health problem is. I know I have issues, okay? I admit I have issues. I admit them here on this channel. I admit them to my therapist. I admit them to my family. They know that I got bipolar disorder. They know that I take medication for anxiety. They know that I get sad and depressed sometimes. They know all of this stuff. I got OCD problems. Listen, there's a big, long list of the things. Listen, I've already been diagnosed, okay? But having PTSD, CPTSD, and having anxiety, okay? Severe anxiety, almost crippling anxiety. This is doctor's diagnosis. Multiple doctors, not just one. This wasn't just one doctor said, okay, this is what you got. This is multiple doctors and therapists and psychiatrists and everything throughout the years. This is what I've been diagnosed with. And I take medication for it because I know I need it. But I have people in my life that are straight up stubborn. They do not want to take any responsibility for anything in their lives. They will not take ownership for any mistake that they've made. They will not take ownership for anything that they didn't do or they should have done. They will take ownership for nothing. Me, on the other hand, not only do I take ownership for everything that I've done in my life, I take ownership for my kids and how they're messed up. I'm like, did I do that? Did I mess them up like that? Am I the fault of the reason why they're sad or upset or depressed or whatever? I had one of my children in the car the other day, and they're like, "Oh, I think I want to go see a therapist, Dad." And I encourage you. I'm like, you got something going on. You go see a therapist. I got one question for you. One question: is the reason you're going to see a therapist because of me? Well, you're a piece of it, but you're not all of it. Okay, I'm like, I can deal with that because listen, I am not a perfect person. I've never been a perfect person. I put these people through hell in their lives, okay, because of my mental disorders and mental problems that I've had in my head and issues that I've had. Strictly being bipolar is a difficult situation because I literally walk into one room and I'm happy as can be, and I walk out of the room 10 minutes later and I'm miserable as can be, and then I'll go to the basement and go do the laundry and I'm happy again, and then I come back and bring up the laundry and I'm miserable again. Listen, it's a thing with me mentally. It's a chemical imbalance that I got going on in my body. I've been diagnosed. I know what's wrong with me. So when I sit in front of my therapist, she ain't getting nothing but the truth from now on. Okay, in the past I would lie. I didn't want to be targeted. I didn't want to be locked up. I didn't want to be taken away. I didn't want anything to happen. But right now, I feel like I'm in a good state of mind where I'm not going to hurt myself. I'm not going to hurt somebody else. I just want to fix me. In order for this lady to give me the insight in her professional opinion on how to fix me, I have to be honest. Because I'm being perfectly honest with you all the time, but I'm being really, really honest right now. I don't want to live the remaining years of my life being a miserable person. I don't want to live the remaining years of my life having anxiety attacks, being depressed, being bipolar, being angry all the time, being happy and then angry and then confused and taking on the load of the world. That's what I literally feel like I'm doing. Listen, everybody that's got an issue around me that I care about, I take on their weight. And it keeps dropping and dropping and dropping. And as it's dropping, I'm getting heavier and heavier and heavier. And I'm not saying heavy and heavy and heavy because I'm eating too much pizza or too much Wendy's or too much Burger King or something. Listen, I don't get heavier because of that. But the heaviness I feel is a metaphoric or a made up hypothetical weight that I'm taking on from all of the people that I love and care about. Listen, I love and care about you. Go get some damn help. Okay, stop fighting the fact. Listen, I got one family member that thinks that it's a weakness to go see a therapist. It's not. Listen, sometimes you need to talk to somebody. That's not your mom and dad. That's not your cousins or your sisters or your brothers or whatever. You need to go talk to somebody you don't even know. That's not gonna tear you apart and doesn't know your secrets behind the scenes. But you got to be honest. You got to at least sit there and be honest and tell them this is what's going on with you, and this is what you're struggling with, and this is what you have to deal with on a daily basis, so that they can give you coping skills. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm on session, I don't know, 3, 4, 5. I don't know what session I'm on right now. But as we're progressing and I'm telling more and more stories, and my mind is starting to open up more, and I'm getting more triggers, and I'm getting more stuff that I blocked out and is like buried in the back cavern of one of my brain cells or whatever. As more things are coming up, okay, she has to give me more coping skills to deal with it. I have issues. Listen, my daughter said nowadays it's not politically correct for me to say that people have issues. I can't say I have issues or a child has issues or anybody has issues. I can't say the word issues. Listen, we have issues. Okay, I'm saying it. Cancel me or cancel me not. I'm telling you, I have issues. Okay, I was born into a world with issues. If you don't have issues, then God bless you. But I don't even know how you can't, because there's stuff going on all the time around us, whether it be on the news, whether it be in your neighborhood, whether it be something going on with your family or something going on with your car or your house or whatever it is. I'm sure you got some kind of issue. You have some kind of hang up that you cannot break free. Maybe somebody passed away that you're still hanging on to. Okay, or maybe somebody you love so much just walked away from you. Whatever the case is, we all have issues. So you can't sit there in front of somebody. I went to a Christian church for the longest time. And there was this lady at this Christian church that used to tell me all the time, I don't sin. I listen, and this is a big thing. Okay, listen, I don't sin. Okay, I am sin free. I don't sin about anything. Well, listen, what you just did just then is a sin. Okay, you just sinned right to my face because number one, you're being prideful because you're like, hey, I don't sin, only you sin. Everybody else sins. You sin and you sin, you sin, you sin, you sin, but I don't sin. So number one, you're being prideful. Pride is a sin. On top of that, you're telling me that you're sinless. You just lied. You're a liar. So you sinned again. There's a double sin. Now listen. If you believe all your sins and you're not confessing your sins, there's a sin too. Listen, you're full of sin. You're a messed up person that has issues. We all have issues. Just take them on. Take them on. Listen, embrace them and realize that you can't do it alone. You need help, and go see somebody. And if you can't go see somebody, there's 101 different forms. Google it. Google. I've Googled. I need to talk to somebody. Someone to talk to. Listen, there's the Samaritans. There's all kinds of different. Listen, they don't ask you who you are, and the only way they're going to contact somebody is if you tell them that you're suicidal. So don't tell them that you're suicidal, but if you are suicidal, I mean, tell them, okay? But don't, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, not emphasize or don't lead on to the fact that you might be that if you're not what you are. You know what I mean? If you're looking for attention, that's the wrong place to go. But if you're looking for somebody that might help you with a little bit of coping skills to get you through the day and get you through your life, there's nothing wrong with talking to somebody. There's nothing wrong with taking ownership. Listen, I take full ownership for every wrong thing I ever did in my life. I promise I do. I really do. I feel bad for my children when they're struggling with things because I know that some of the stuff had to do with me. I feel bad for my wife when she struggles with things. I feel bad with my family members when they struggle with things. I feel bad with the kids at school and sometimes when they struggle with things. I know sometimes I am not a perfect person. There is no perfect people on this planet. Not one perfect person. There isn't. We all got problems. We all got issues. We all got hang-ups. We're all struggling with things. Come on, people. I mean, I'm struggling right now with my kids. Okay, I come home. I got one kid telling me another thing. Another kid telling me another thing. It's like one after it's four kids. Three. One doesn't live with me, so usually three different problems at three different times of a day. And they're looking for me for answers, and I don't have the answers. And they're getting angry at me because I'm not a therapist, because I'm not a psychiatrist, and I don't have the answers. I can't give you the coping skills that you need because I can't even figure out the coping skills that I need to cope with things on a daily basis. I take medication. You don't take medication. Even if you were prescribed medication, this is how thick-headed my kids are. They're prescribed medication. They won't take the medication. The doctor says, okay, you got this going on with you. This is going to help you with this. It's going to help you with that. Take this. They will not take it. Even if it's basic stuff. I understand that some stuff, like I got medication sitting right in front of me. I'm not trying to be a hypocrite, but I got medication sitting right in front of me that the doctor prescribed to me that I have not taken yet. And the reason why I have not taken it yet is because I want to go back and I want to see my doctor and talk to him about it. Because one of the side effects was death and seizures. And there was a couple other things. Death, seizures, listen, anything that has to do with a side effect being death, I want to talk to my doctor a little bit more about why or when or how. You know what I mean? Like, how can I avoid this death? I don't want to die. I'm not looking to die and get better. I'm not going to get better if I'm dead. So I want to talk to my doctor before I take this other medication. But if he okays it and he explains to me exactly what the situation is with the medication, I don't believe in looking it up on Google or Google MD or watching YouTube videos on people that have been. I prefer to talk to my physician and ask him the questions that I need to ask. And then if he says, oh, you're all clear and yes, you should be taking this because it's going to help you with your anxiety on top of the other pills that you take. Because the problem is I'm already taking medication for anxiety. And now this is a new anxiety medication. So now he wants me to double up on the anxiety medication. But the prescription wasn't even given to me by him. It was given to me by a nurse practitioner or a doctor that wasn't even my doctor. My doctor wasn't available on that day. I went in on that day for a physical. The doctor prescribed this other medication. I want to hear it right from the doctor that I feel cares about me. Listen, any therapist or doctor that you deal with, you got to have that sense of trust. You got to feel like they care about you. Because if they don't care about you, they don't have your best interest, then they're probably going to kill you, okay? There's a good chance that, look at Matthew Perry, Michael Jackson, Prince, all these people are prescribed medication, and the next thing you know, they're dead, okay? Listen, I want somebody that cares about me, wants to see me succeed, knows a little bit about my background, knows that I have a family to take care of, wants to see me live. Okay, that's what I want. I want a physician that wants to see me live, not some part-time guy that was there for like 10 minutes and was lucky to get me for a couple of seconds. He's like, oh, wait a minute, I known you for what? 10 minutes? Literally, the doctor that prescribed this medication to me, no joke, no joke. It was right before closing time. I had 10 minutes to talk to him, and then he's like, you need to go get blood drawn, but they close in like 5 minutes. I literally talked to the guy for like 10 minutes, and then he rushed me over to get my blood drawn. So when I went to get my blood drawn, I actually talked to the nice lady I was getting my blood drawn, and she's like, that's Dr. So-and-so or whatever. We call him the chief here because he walks around here like he's hot stuff or whatever. Listen, if a he must be hot stuff, because if he can analyze me, dissect me, understand me, and give me medication with meeting me for 8 minutes, okay? We must have conversated for about 8 minutes. The rest was him talking. And then throw me out the door for blood work. I'm not taking medication that this guy gave me. I want it from my actual physician. But I know that I need something. And if it's prescribed to me and I need it, I'm going to take it. And I'm going to take it responsibly. The medication I take right now is extremely addictive. Most people do not succeed from this medication that I'm on, okay? It's addictive. People take too much. Matter of fact, when I was working at the mills, there were guys that I used to work with. They used to take this medication by the handfuls, and they were like zombies. They didn't even listen. These people, I'm surprised they did not die. Okay, so every time I go to see my doctor, I'm like, okay, I'm taking this medication still, and he's like, a lot of doctors are discouraging people from taking this medication because it's the side effects and long-term side effects and everything. But then he's like, you've been taking it since you were 16 years old. You're now almost in your 50s. If it hasn't killed you yet, and it hasn't done anything to you yet, and you haven't overdone it, and you take it, and I always cut him off. I go, I take it very responsibly. Whatever you prescribe and the time you prescribe it is when I take it. I don't take any more, and I don't take any less, because I know if I take less, I wake up with the shakes. And if I take any more, there's a chance that I could get addicted or listen, I take exactly what I'm supposed to take. Okay? And I have reserve medication for emergency situations that was prescribed to me by the same doctor. I'm doing the right thing. Why can't other people that I love and care about realize that, hey, listen, you need some help. Go get some damn help, and don't lie to a therapist. Why pay $32 or $36 for a copayment and sit there and lie to somebody? What a waste of time and what a waste of money. Okay, like I said, for years I didn't have to pay the copayment. That was all through the insurance. My father and mother paid the copayments or whatever, and their copayment was $5 a visit at the time. And then we went to go see this. I went to go see this other therapist, and I think the most I ever paid was like $25 a visit. And I used to go every Saturday morning to go see this therapist at $25 a visit. But after going to see the therapist, after like the third or fourth time at $25 a visit, the therapist literally said to me, "Listen, forget about the copayment. You don't have to listen. You got all kinds of issues going on. You got financial issues going on. Me taking $25 from you on top of getting the money from the insurance company is not benefiting me enough to hurt you." And I took that as a huge, like, this person cares about me. This person legitimately cares about me because they know that I'm sitting here and I'm talking about struggling about money and not wanting to pay the co-payment. It might not even been a struggle about money, but just the fact that I didn't want to pay the co-payment because I'm like, the insurance company's giving you, $300 a visit or whatever, or $500 a visit, whatever the insurance company's giving you, okay? What is my $25 really getting you? A cup of coffee? I mean, and I think she realized that too. So she was like, "You know what? By like visit number 4, it was like, don't even bother with the copayment anymore. You're all set. Don't worry about the copayment." And my medical physician did the same thing. It went from having to pay him a $20 copayment to don't even bother. I'm waiving the copayment. I'm waiving the copayment. I'm waiving the copayment. I don't need your copayment. That proves to me that the person cares about me. And it also proves to me that there are good doctors and therapists out there that actually care. Matter of fact, the therapist I'm seeing right now, when I went to go see her, it was originally $30-something, I think it was, to go see her for the first couple of visits. And I just got billed the other day, and it was down to like $20-something or whatever. So whether she's starting to do the same thing, I do not know. But there are some therapists and psychiatrists and psychologists and doctors that actually have compassion for their patients. There's a couple of my children that need help. I really wish they would go get the help. And like I said, I asked them straight out, was it all about me? It's not all about me. They're battling with their own little demons. Okay, I got my own demons. When I was a teenager, I had my own demons. They got their own demons too. They got to deal with it. And it kind of breaks my heart as a father that I'm dealing with people that just don't want to accept the fact that they got issues and won't go look for help. Instead, it's so much easier for them to pass the buck and say, no, it's you, dad, or it's you, mom, or it's you, this one, or it's you, that one, or it's you, X this, or it's you, X that. Listen, it's you. Stop for a second, analyze yourself like I've done to myself over and over and over again. It's a sad, sad reality when you analyze your life, your walk, what you're doing with your life, how you're treating people, how you're treating others. It's a sad reality to look at yourself and go, yes, you know what? I'm the problem. I am the problem. This is something that my mother and my father have never figured out yet. And that's why I was like, you know what? I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to figure this out. You know what? I'm going to take ownership and responsibility for the problems that I have, the problems that I have put on my children for different things that I've done throughout the years. And my wife, I'm going to take ownership. And that's why I've been with my wife for as long as I've been with her, because she knows I take ownership for everything that I've done wrong. Good or bad, I take ownership for it. You just have to do it. No, listen, no matter how disturbing or disgusting or weird or strange you might think it is, you have to fix you. Or else, I used to tell my doctor all this time, I'm like, my value of life is depleting. And I tell the therapist the same thing. My value of life is depleting. And so in my mind, I made that saying up. That's what I say to them. So to explain how I feel about that, I just mean like I feel worthless sometimes. And life is worth more. I want more value out of my life. So if I'm having anxiety attacks, or I'm angry all the time, or I'm lashing out on my family, my value of life is going down. I don't want my value of life to go down. I want it to go up. I want to end this race strong with a good mindset, and have coping skills, and be able to deal with life and deal with whatever life throws at me. That's what I want. When I'm done with this therapy thing, that's what I'm looking for. I don't care if I'm with this lady for another 2 more weeks or another 2 more years. When I'm done, I want to be able to win the race strong. I want to be able to have coping skills to be like, you know what? It wasn't my fault that I feel this way. It's because of this. Or this was your fault, but now we have to work through this and figure out how to make you feel better, or realize that, you know what, you did it, and now you gotta live with it. That's what I'm looking for. That's what anybody that wants to go see a therapist, whatever, should be looking for. But I got people that I love very much that look at it as a weakness. And to me, that's very sad, especially coming from a guy that's been seeing therapists since he was 12 years old, okay? It's a little insulting, a little hurtful. But I am honest. I tell them right away, you know, when I was younger, I would lie. I would sit there and I would lie and tell my part of the story that made everybody in my life look terrible, okay? Now I tell them the real part of my story. I tell them what really happened, and the truth that happened. And they either confirm that, yeah, your parents screwed you up, or they deny and they say, you know what, that was on you. And I have to take it for whatever it's worth. I got to be like, you know what, this is a professional. This person went to school for this thing. You know, they did an interview with me, and now they've been sitting here listening to me talk for weeks now, or months now, whatever. And now fix me. Tell me what's wrong with me. Tell me how to make it better. And I will do whatever I got to do to try to make it better, because I want my value of life to be better. I want to be a better person for my granddaughter. I want to be a better person for my wife and for my kids. I don't want to be the same person for the rest of my life, because this person doesn't make me happy. Okay? It just doesn't. I don't feel happy with this person. And sometimes this is a crazier thing, is that because I am pre-K teacher in the morning, and then I'm YouTube personality in the afternoon, and then I'm husband and wife. Wow, I'm husband and father at night. You know, and throughout the course of the day, when I'm getting the text messages and the emails and whatever I'm getting from these people, it's a lot. It's a lot on your shoulders, you know. And I want to loosen it. I want to let it go. You know, let's go, let go of something. Listen, mom and dad screwed me up. I want to figure out how to let it go. Okay, I want to figure out how to let them go, let them out of my life, You know, let them. I don't know. I don't know. And I don't know if it's gonna be like one of these things where I gotta write something in a bottle and throw it in the ocean, or you write down something and you burn it in the fireplace, or what. Listen, I don't know whatever this therapist is about to tell me how to cope with these skills. She asked me if I did any what's wrong not writing documenting, nope, not documenting, not writing, not a diary. Do I write stuff down in a book? What's the word? Yeah, you probably know. She asked me if I did any of this stuff, but I don't. I did back when I was younger, but it was all dark. It was like really, really dark. It wasn't notebooking. Do you do any notebooking? Do you? Nah, it doesn't even sound right. Do you do any whatever the hell it was? You know what I'm talking about? Like writing down the crap that's going on in your day or whatever. Or if you wake up in the morning, you write down your dream or whatever. Listen, I used to do that, but it used to become very dark and scary. Okay, to the point where I found that book that I was writing in when I was like 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It was up to 16 and a half years old. When it started at 12 and at 16 and a half. Had pictures, it had writings, it had poems, it had all kinds of songs I wrote. All kinds of things. My daily thing, how I felt about this person, how I felt about that person. And my daughter found it one day, and she was looking at it. She wanted to keep it because of the artwork in it. Because I do actually draw very, very well. Okay, I'm a very, very well a sad artist though. Like I could draw like an eyeball crying or a wall or whatever. That's mostly what the pictures were. Like a lot of like sad, very sad stuff. And she's like, I actually just ripped it off with the little pieces and I threw it out right in front of her. And she's like, I wanted to keep that, Dad. I'm like, no, I was embarrassed because if she would have ever read half that stuff, it was me pouring my guts out in writing or through pictures or whatever, how messed up I was as a child. There was some deep, dark things in there that I don't want my children ever to know about me. This stuff that I don't want my wife to ever know about me. This is terrible things that happen in my life that I don't even know how to express here in the later life. Okay, so I wasn't gonna let my kids or my wife read that book of terror, horror, abuse, bad, bad. With that said, yeah, I listen. I'm gonna be a little. Listen. I'm gonna throw out a few things, and don't anybody butt hurt about it. Ready? I'm gonna be prayerful. I'm gonna throw out positive vibes. I'm anything that you guys are into. Okay, if you're into prayer, you're into positive vibes, you're into whatever you're into. Most of the time when I say I'm gonna pray for you, somebody says I'm sending you positive vibes. Those are the people that are like, I don't believe in God. I'm sending you positive vibes. Okay, well I'll take whatever I can get. Okay, whatever you believe in, that doesn't make a difference to me. It doesn't make a difference to me what you believe in. If you're sending positivity my way, that's kind of what I need. I need you to send some positivity my way, because right now I don't know what the hell is going on. But right now the family is literally being torn in like 15 different directions, and I don't know who's gonna make it out of here alive. Okay, that's where I'm at. But right now I got some packages, and I'm gonna open up some packages. First one I got here is from Jose Rojas from Edison, New Jersey. Jose Rojas. I hope I'm saying that right. Rojas. Rojas? Or Rojas? Whoever. And Jose sent me. Now, let's make this very clear. I'm going to say it again. I pay for all this crap, okay? Jose didn't send me nothing for free. Jose wasn't like, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I think that guy on YouTube, I'm going to send him something for nothing. No, that's only happened to me 3 times. The whole time I've ever had this channel. And what I got, hey, it was falling. What I got here is a copy of, actually an upgrade, and it's factory sealed, of Pink, The Truth About Love Tour, live from Melbourne. Me and the wife recently went to go see Pink perform live, first time ever. Awesome. Awesome. That's all I gotta say. My wife has... Okay, now there's going to be a little debate here because I was a Pink fan first. Okay, listen. When Pink first came out, she had that There You Go. That song, right? That There You Go song, okay? And at the time, I was watching a lot of MTV. I saw the video with her on the motorcycle and everything, skidding off the motorcycle, chasing the boyfriend, everything like that. And we went to Circuit City when Circuit Cities was still open. And in the top 10 releases was the Pink CD. I bought it. My wife had no idea who the heck Pink was. She didn't even care. Didn't even like that song that much. That There You Go song, she wasn't even a big fan of that song. Sad part is it was a journey that we went up there with a friend of mine that actually ended up committing suicide. We believe he committed suicide. If not, he was killed. They found him hanging in a mill down the street from his house. That's the sad part of my see. This is why I'm in therapy. This is the stuff that happens to me. This is a reason that's a good reason to go talk to a therapist. Okay, one of your best friends hung himself. Okay, that's a good reason to go talk to a therapist. And I don't take ownership for that because we had it talk for a little while, and then all of a sudden I got the news, and it was extremely sad. But anyway, let's get on a better note here because but like I said, movies, music are memories. And when I bought the first ever Pink CD, it was with him and his wife and his children. And it was I bought it and I put it in the car and I played it for my wife, and she wasn't really a big fan. And then by the second album, she really started to like Pink. But my wife has wanted to see Pink for a long time, and I bought her tickets. She had surgery coming up pretty soon, and I was like, you know what? As a gift, I'm gonna get you tickets. We're gonna go see Pink perform, and she was amazing. And the amazing part wasn't even the show was amazing, but that wasn't even the part that got me. The part was how humble she was. She came out and she thanked her fans, thanked the crowd. She was like, "Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you." She literally walked from one side of the stage to the other side of the stage, just going, "Thank you, thank 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 you." And it was just so impressive because I'm like, you know what? Very rarely do you get a superstar or a rock star or a actor or whatever that is sincerely thankful for where they are right now. A lot of these rock stars, man, they started in like the gutter and stuff, and then they make it big, and the next thing you know, they like did too good for us. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? Look it up on YouTube. I like to watch it all the time. This is one of my little strange fascinations is celebrities attacking fans or treating fans badly, or musicians treating fans badly, or whatever. And you will see some of your favorite artists, people that you adore and love, and you've been listening to for years or whatever, and the way that they treat their fans is like total garbage. They don't deserve anything that they have. Okay, as much as I love some of these people, and I love their music, and I love their movies, and I love their stuff. Listen, you would be nothing if it wasn't for the fans. Just remember that. Just listen, if you're a celebrity and you're watching this channel, think about this. You would be nothing without your fans. If I ever reach a humongous count and I have like a big YouTube channel that is just mind-blowingly large, I will still remember that very first person that subscribed to my channel. I will still remember the first 100 people that subscribed to my channel. I will be humble, gracious, thankful, and I will give back more than I take. Okay, that's the problem with a lot of celebrities. You know what I mean? It's like they just take. You know, you go see a concert, you're gonna pay a ton of money for concert shirts. You know what I mean? I will tell you that when Kid Rock first came out with his first album. Now I don't know if he did this because of this was a good gimmick, or if he did this because I don't know why he did this. But his first album was only like $6 when it came out. $5.90 something cents when it first came out on CD. $5 and change. And he was like number one on the Billboard chart and everything. Number one. You know that ba da ba da ding 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 dong ding ding dong. That was like number one. I went out and bought it because it was like $5 and change before I even knew who he was. But then I started listening to it. I was like, this is a great CD. He must have made a killing off of that. And now he's Kid Rock. Kid Rock started out as a rapper. I got his first ever CD before the Bow to the Bow one there. The is it Rebel Without a Cause? Rebel Without a Pause? Whatever it is there. Before that album, he had a rap album. I have his rap album. Nobody else probably has his rap album but me. Okay, because that's what he was. He was a rapper. Yeah, he had like a big fade, like Kid and Play, and he was a rapper. And then all of a sudden he became like a rock metal star, and now he sings country music. So hopefully, you know, but you know what? You don't forget where you came from, and listen, you don't slap you don't bite the hand that feeds you. Okay, she was very humble. It made me feel good. Like when I dish out $200 or $400, whatever it is, for tickets to go see a concert, and the star of the concert comes out and literally thanks us for everything, that's big to me. So you know what, Pink, I like to give you a huge thank you. Okay, I know you're probably not watching this, you never will, probably never see this, but I want to give you a huge thankful for being humble, for not forgetting where you came from, and being thankful for the people that were standing. There were thousands and thousands and thousands of people at this venue that day. It was a football field. Okay, so there was thousands of people there that day. Humble, grateful. You know what I mean? I mean, granted, she wasn't walking through the crowd signing everybody's everything. Who's gonna do that? But the fact that she came out and thanked us for being there and said it over and over and over again, blew us kisses, and then put on a fabulous show that was worth every single penny. You got some of these bands that go up there and they play like they play their set list, or they're promoting their new album, and all they play is all the stuff from the new album because they want you to go buy their new album. Well, you know what? I want to hear the stuff that you used to play. Now, I'm gonna say, this is an example. Let's say Bon Jovi. I want to hear the stuff from Slippery When Wet. I want to hear the stuff from New Jersey. I don't want to just hear your new album. Now, I'm not saying John Bon Jovi. I've seen Bon Jovi like 3 times already, and he always plays his hits. Okay, there's tons of people that do that. So I'm not trying. I was using that as an example. He's never let me down any time I've ever seen him. The only artist that actually did let me down, God rest his soul, was David Bowie. I will tell you that I went to go see, I was so excited to go see David Bowie. He opened for 9 Inch Nails. I was a big 9 Inch Nails fan. I wanted to see 9 Inch Nails, but I wanted to see David Bowie just as equal. And he was promoting his new album, and I guess that's David Bowie's thing. And the other guy that did it to me too was Bob Dylan, promoting his new album. Listen, I understand that sometimes the songs become like the opener for Pink was Sheryl Crow. And when she did that, I wanna soak up the sun, gonna tell everyone, yeah. When she sang that song, I literally felt like she was like, I hate this song. I hate this song. I don't want to soak up the sun no more. I don't want to sing this song ever again, but I'm singing it because that's what the fans want to hear. And my manager told me I had to sing it. It's part of the set list. I got to sing it. I've seen Sheryl Crow 3 times already. And every time she sings that Soak Up the Sun song, she looks miserable. Like, I think every rock star has that one song that they hate singing, but the fans love it. So, I mean, you got to do it for the fans. No matter if I was a big rock star and I had that one song that I hated and the fans were like, that's the song I want to hear. I want to hear Bad Medicine, or I want to hear whatever it is. I'm going to come out and I'm going to sing it just because that's part of being grateful. That's part of being thankful. I mean, Pink had a large assortment of everything. She even did a song from Cat Stevens, which was a Cat Stevens song, and I actually knew it more. I'm a big Cat Stevens fan, but I knew it more from Rod Stewart. The first cut is the deepest. That song, and she did a great job. Like she interacted with the crowd. She performed. She did acrobatics. Listen, it was like a circus concert. I don't know, church service. It was like everything all wrapped into one. I felt grateful and happy, and watched my wife cry as she was singing some of my wife's favorite songs, and it was a thing. It was a moment. It was a moment that I'll never forget. And it was one of those things where I was like, you know, I'm putting the phone down. I'm gonna put the phone down. I'm not gonna videotape her swinging or dancing or flying or whatever it is. I'm gonna stop for a second. I'm gonna live in the moment, because I'm gonna put this stuff on Facebook or whatever. Or I'm gonna put this stuff on YouTube, or I'm gonna put it up, and it's like. But while you're there, you're videotaping, you're looking through a little, you're pretty much might as well be at home. I might as well be at home watching this without having the crowd around me and having the adrenaline and the excitement and all. You lose something when you pull that phone out. You know, when me and my wife went to go see Kevin Hart, they actually confiscated our phones. They confiscated our phones to go see Kevin Hart, and they had us put them in a Ziploc bag with a lock on it, and only they could take the phones out of the bag at the end of the night. And I'll tell you, that was one of the first times in a long time that I actually sat down with the wife and laughed my head off and enjoyed the show. Because if not, I would have been sitting there the whole time with the phone like this. Because that's usually the way people go to concerts nowadays. Now you always got to pull out that phone. You're like, yeah, they're playing my favorite song again. I got to record it. But if you put the phone away, you're like, they're playing my favorite song again. And it's good. And you know what? I'll remember it. Listen, somebody else is going to record it. They're going to put out a video or something. Like this, whoever went to this concert probably had their phones all stuck up in the air too. And now I could buy it in Blu-ray quality. Put Put the phones away. Enjoy it. Live for the moment. David Anderson. David Anderson from Huntley, Illinois, sent me this little thing that I'm not able to cut. See? You see? Hashtag Melted Movie Guy. Go buy yourself a new knife. Okay? You buy all this stuff. We would like to see you unbox a new knife, because literally you have a razor knife, you have a regular knife, and you have another knife that are duller than some of your stories that you tell. You can put that in the comments. What I got here is a yeah, we don't need that. Is another Pink Funhouse Tour concert Blu-ray. This is also another upgrade, okay, from the DVD. Why did I buy these? Because I went to the Pink concert. I bought a Pink program. I should have bought the Pink poster. I didn't buy the Pink poster. I bought the program, but I should have bought the poster, but I didn't want to stand there with the poster. And that's usually my thing, is I'll buy the lithographs or the posters, and then I put them in the back of the closet, because I'm thinking those are going to be what's worth money now later on in life. Because I watch a lot of like Storage Wars, and when they go through the storage lockers, they find a lot of those old posters of, like, let's say the Grateful Dead or Pink Floyd or whatever, like the original poster from the concerts. So let's say I have these posters, and 90 years from now, somebody finds the posters. Those are going to be worth quite a bit more than a t-shirt. The t-shirts get worn, they get ruined, they get moths, they get... So I've stopped buying concert shirts. You know, my wife every once in a while, she'll want a concert shirt. Or if I buy a concert shirt or a shirt, it's to wear to the concert. I don't buy the ones from the scalpers out in the parking lot anymore, because they never have the right date on them. Warning to anybody that goes to concerts: watch out for them scalpers in the parking lot that is selling you concert shirts. Look at the shirt. If you like the shirt, look at the shirt. Flip it around. Yes, it is going to be $20 cheaper than it is on the inside. But turn it around and make sure you got the right concert date, you got the right venue, you got the right everything. Me and my wife went to go see, I want to say, New Kids on the Block last year for the something summer tour, whatever it was. And I was being a cheapskate. I was like, you know what? We're not going to go spend $45 to $50 on a concert shirt on the inside. I'm going to get you the shirt on the outside off this guy. So as we're driving in, this guy's like, shirts. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll take a large for the wife, yeah. And he sells me the shirt, gives me the shirt. I flip it around, and it didn't even have our concert date on it. It totally skipped the date that we were there. So I'm like, what the hell good is this shirt? I mean, it's a nice shirt, decent, everything. I'll probably wash it 3 or 4 times, and the picture will fall off. But we got a shirt. But then she looked at me. She's like, it doesn't even have the tour date on it. I'm like, So yeah, watch out for them scalpers out there, man, because they'll take you for a ride. Last package I got here says Fragile. Fragile. I don't have to. I'll turn it around like this. We got a big Fragile over here, and then we got a little ripping thing over here. This is a CD box set. So for you people that love me opening CD box sets, or don't, okay, that's how I'm ending this video right now, is with a CD box set. And listen, if I can figure out a way to put 800 numbers throughout this video, I'm gonna start looking them up and put them up there. If you need to talk to somebody, talk to somebody. I mean, don't feel like you're less of a person because you need to talk to somebody. That's not your family. Listen, it feels good to get these things off your chest. I'll tell you, for a person that keeps things bottled up until I hit a boiling point or a blowing point or whatever, it's not good. It's really not. It's not good for you. It's not going to be good for. It's not good for me. It's not good for anybody. So yeah, if I can put some stuff up here, some numbers that worked for me or might help you or whatever, or if you know any numbers, you could put them down in the comments to help other people. Because listen, sometimes we need to talk to somebody. I really wish that there was more easier ways where you don't have to pay a big co-payment. You don't have to pay a lot of money to go talk to somebody. I really wish that was a thing, you know. But unfortunately, the world is about money. It's all about the money nowadays. You know, I'm not a political person. I don't like to be a political person. I don't talk about politics on my channel. Okay, you don't even know what my political beliefs are, who I'd be voting for, or who I wouldn't be voting for. But I will tell you that I noticed that the cost of my groceries is ridiculous. Okay, the cost of living right now is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, I remember when eggs used to be like a dollar a dozen or whatever, and now they're like $6 to $7 a dozen. Okay, and that's in my area. I don't know about your area. I don't know what you're dealing with in your area or whatever. But since when? I mean, I have chickens in the backyard, so I'm not really that worried about my eggs. But there are times, especially in the wintertime, when the chickens ain't laying. When the chickens ain't laying, then you got to get your own eggs. And my wife's like, "Can I get eggs?" And I'm like, "How much are the eggs?" And milk too. Milk too has gone crazy. I remember milk used to be like $3 for a gallon, right? And now it's like $6 or $7 a gallon for milk. I mean, are the cows become scarce? Is there a lack of chickens in this world? No, it's because the people that are running this world are taxing and trying to get back all the money that they gave away to different places or whatever. Listen, I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna get political, but it's hurting my pocket. And when it's hurting my pocket, I'm sure it's hurting your pocket, and I'm sure you're fed up too. So when it comes time to vote, you might want to think about that stuff. You know what I mean? Not a political person, but I'm not stupid either. I mean, I watch enough YouTube videos and I deal with enough flippers, okay, and people that flip things on eBay and on Macari and on other things to know that that's the way it works. You know what I mean? Yeah, I worked at a place that used to be it was called the Levi Outlet. All they saw was Levi's seconds. It was Levi's defective clothes and and I had to stand in front of the store, and I've told the story before, and my job was to stand there and tell these people everything in the store is half off the ticketed price. That was my job. To straighten out the front of the store while I was standing there and greet every person that came to the door and go, "Hello, how are you today?" Just to let you know, everything in the store is half off the ticketed price. Next person would come in, "Hi, how are you today, sir, ma'am? I just want to let you know everything in the store is half off the ticketed price." And then I went up to the district manager and I asked the district manager, I said, "How can we sell everything half off the ticketed price?" And the district manager told me just like this: "It's easy. We just doubled the price." So that they're paying actually the regular, literally jeans that were supposed to be, let's say $40. The ticket would say $80. And people would actually think they were getting a deal. They're like, "Oh, we're getting half of these are $80 pair of stonewashed jeans by Levi's or whatever. Everybody's wearing them, or loose fit jeans." Or this was during a time when people were going crazy over these like loose fit, relaxed fit, and everything. There was newer jeans coming out. This was back in like the 90s. Okay, so let's make that clear. But that was my job. Everything in the store is half off the ticketed price. Why was everything half off the ticketed price? Because they jacked the price up to double whatever it was. Nobody wasn't saving anything. They were making exactly what they wanted to make. Just like on this house thing, the new homeowners are gonna probably make out okay, but the people that already own homes and been struggling for years and just want to buy maybe a bigger home or a better home, or maybe they just had a kid and now the house isn't big enough for them anymore. They need a little bigger house because now they need a new bedroom for the new baby. They're gonna pay $25,000 more than what they were paying before. So yeah, it's like I said, I don't like to get political or anything on this channel, but at least open your eyes to see what the heck is going on out there. We're paying a lot of money for a lot of stuff. I mean, when I'm paying like $8 for eggs should be free. They fall out of that chicken, my chicken out there. They fall out of my chickens, whatever they fall out of, with butt, private area. Listen, wherever the egg falls out of, okay, I pick it up, I wash it off, and we eat it. Okay, it's the same eggs you're gonna buy in the market, okay? No different, okay? So I don't get it. Just like the milk, okay? Milk's the prices are freaking crazy. Why? Are these new cows? Are we getting new? Is this a new kind of milk? No, it's the same milk we've been drinking for years and years and years. Why are the prices ridiculous? Prices of soda, case of soda back in the day. I used to pay like $5 for a case of soda. My wife, I think, got me a case of soda the other day. It was like $9 and change or whatever. She's like, "Well, I'm like, you paid $9 for a case of soda?" She goes, "That's what soda costs nowadays." I'm like, it used to be like $5 or $4.99, or sometimes you used to get them for $3.99 for a case of 24, or a case of 12 pack. It used to be like $3.99 or whatever. She's like, "No, not anymore." This is what so we ain't saving no money. They're jacking all the prices up, and then, oh man, forget it. Whew. So to close this off, what I received was Elvis RCA Memphis recordings, and this is the Elvis Memphis years. We have Elvis, the Sun Singles Masters, the Sun RCA LP Masters, American 69, Stax 73, the Homecoming Concert, and Graceland 76 concerts. I bought this specifically for the concerts. I already own all of the Sun recordings. I already own this American 69 thing. I already own all of that. I already own the Stax stuff. But the concert stuff, I did not own yet. So I bought this for the concert stuff. These box sets are a little bit pricey, but if you wait long enough, I promise you. Listen, if you're a big Elvis fan, you're like, oh, I gotta jump on it right away. This has been out for a little bit now. When it first came out, I believe Amazon wanted $100 for it. And then they always do that price guarantee thing there, so I would have got it for less anyway. But I bought this thing off eBay, and I paid $40 for it. That's a big jump from $100, okay? And this wasn't half off the ticketed price. This was a company that was selling it for $40, and he had one, a company or a guy or whatever, and he had one. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy it for $40 because I love me some Elvis, and I'm always looking for new live Elvis stuff. I love hearing Elvis live. What year was this one? What year is this concert? 76. Perfect. 76 is perfect for an Elvis concert. I love me some fat Elvis. Okay? Listen, excuse me, and don't get upset with me for saying this, but Hound Dog and all that old Elvis stuff there, I don't hate it, but I love when Elvis started doing like Beatles covers and doing like Neil Diamond covers and like when he was doing the live stuff, when he was like overweight and popping his pills and singing his songs and just he was Elvis, man. He was rocking out and he didn't care what anybody said. This was the Elvis that was sitting down watching TV and then just pull out a gun and shoot the TV because he didn't like the commercial. This is the Elvis that I love. Not actually the one on the cover, that one right there. This one over here, that's the Sun Elvis right there. That's the calm gospel loving Elvis. This was, listen, I'm done with you people. I'm Elvis Presley, damn it, and I'm about right. I've done rock the world, and I will forever, ever be remembered for the rest of eternity. Okay, as long as people keep playing Elvis music, he will always be remembered. Elvis is and will for always be the king of rock and roll. There ain't never gonna be another substitute. Never. You can comment below, okay? When I say the king of rock and roll, what do you think of? Elvis. That's it, okay? It ain't gonna be Kanye West. My son seems to think Kanye West is gonna be king of rock and roll one of these days. I don't think so. Number one, I don't even think Kanye West is rock and roll. Okay, I don't even know what Kanye West sings. I couldn't even name a Kanye West song. But I will tell you that I do not think he's going to surpass Elvis. I really don't. And with that said, my friends, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you, and I will see you later.
You should have saved me some.